Welcome back, everybody. Sure hope the most here. Starborn, Feline, coming at you with a new episode of Reverse 1999. We are here on the next part of the video. So it's been a hot second since I had to last record this one. So let's see. We found out that apparently Manus has paired up with a professor here in Paris. Their goal is to try and unlock something about an imaginary France, which is connected to the collective mind of the unconscious. But anyway. Let's hop right into it because we left off on a very good cliffhanger last episode. So here we go. Bloodstained, never washed off.
No! Celia! My head hurts.
Take a deep breath, Madame. Come, take my hand. Time to wake up, dear.
Madame Boaniche?
Feeling better? Take a breath. Rest a moment. We are here with you now.
We? Stay away from him, Madame Boaniche. He's the one behind all this.
What?
Celia told me everything. She saw you turn Vincent into a monster.
Oh, my dear girl. When we get you back to the surface, we must get you some immediate mental care. You've been pacing around in circles, talking to yourself, laughing and crying for who knows what reason. And now, just as I thought Madame Boaniche had managed to calm you down, you start spouting this nonsense.
Enough with your lies. You can't fool me. If you know what's good for you, you'd confess all your evil plots and come with me to the police. Wait, isn't that... that mark? It's the one I made earlier. It's exactly how I made it. But I followed Celia. We went so far. How could I be back where I started?
Aren't you listening? All you've done is pace in circles and mutter to yourself. And now this rubbish about Celia. For pity's sake, girl, look around. She's not here. Ask Madame Boaniche if you must.
But I saw her with my own eyes. Felicien stabbed her. It was real. It was true. She was dying in my arms. Her blood was on my face, my hands. How could this be? This must be another one of his deceptions. You have to believe me. Can't you use your divination to see the truth? Please, Madame. You have to help Celia. She's dying somewhere.
It seems this curse still shadows over you. What you saw were simply illusions. Rest assured, I will do what I can to help you through this.
Illusions? So, even you think I... But there's no mistaking it! I saw Celia and Felicien and the diamond. Felicien has it. Celia told me it has to be destroyed, or else... Or else...
The diamond? You mean the one strung around your neck?
Huh? Impossible. Felicien took it from me. But how can it be here again? No! This is absurd! Celia was right. This wicked imitation must be destroyed. It must be destroyed now! Come, Fefe! Huh? What's wrong, Fefe? Destroy the diamond!
Fefe?
What's going on? This is all too strange. What was I doing again? Right. The diamond that Celia gave to me. What she said was real. I have to destroy it. But this isn't any ordinary diamond. It's the miraculous French blue. Do I really have the right to destroy a national treasure? Who was it who asked me to destroy it anyway? Oh, it must have been Celia. But Celia, she gave the diamond to me. It's mine!
Please, mademoiselle, you seem to have been through a lot. You need some rest. Perhaps some fresh air might ease your symptoms. Come, I'll lead the way back to the surface. My colleagues and I have a reservation at a restaurant nearby. Please, join us for dinner.
I think you're right, Professor. I need some fresh air.
Okay, so Adele might be losing it. That, or I think, given that we are dealing with the unconscious mind, something or someone might be interfering here. Or gore, a play where both the actors and the audience pass out by the end. That's what makes it a truly great performance. I mean, if everybody passes out in the end, I don't think it's going to be a great performance. But anyway, let's see what happens next now, shall we?
You cannot cut steak with a necklace in your hand, Adele. Why not put it down? Just for a while.
No. Thank you, madame. But I can't afford to lose it again. Zut! This is practically a tire, not a steak.
Allow me.
No. Thank you.
Oh, Madame Blanche. It's been a long time. I'm glad to see that you're still in Paris.
And you? Still in search of your lost fate?
I'm not sure anymore.
Okay, so we have another memorable NPC here. I don't know how important he's going to be, but I don't think he's going to be too crazy. But okay, let's see here. So, quick breakdown. I'm guessing he's an arcanist, given the fact that he's carrying around the plant. Probably has an arcane skill related to painting, mind you. If they could have honestly done away with the brush here pinned to his coat, because they already got the paint stains spattered around on both the flower, if you notice the blue petals, or the blue splotches of paint on the petals, and the orange and red on his coat. Very nice touch there. The pins are a nice addition as well. I love little sweater vests he's going on. He has a feeling of, not reality, what's it called? Professionalism? If a bit messy. Yeah, let's see what goes next. Sorry, at the end of the analysis from this guy. I'm not gonna go too crazy in depth with it.
What you said may have been right. Fate is a kind of erratic stream. To search for meaning in it, or impose meaning upon it, is pointless. Even so, some part of me still longs to try. Perhaps it will one day be in reach. But I wouldn't want us to dwell on my insignificant problems. I understand that Professor Rousseau has made some interesting breakthroughs in the resurrection of the dead. Though first, perhaps you'd introduce the Senora here?
She is the one I spoke of before. The girl who stands at the confluence of streams. Adele, this is a regular of mine. We call him Hummingbird.
A pleasure, I'm sure.
Ah, yes. I see what she means. You look a little pensive, Senora. I wonder, have you found yourself seeing otherworldly figures and hearing elusive voices? Are you still yourself?
What are you talking about?
I'd say you'd prefer teas over steak.
Well, passable. Though nowhere near as good as La Durée, I must say.
The professor is about to give his speech. If you don't mind, Madame Bourniche, might we continue our chat later?
What on earth is Roseau up to?
He has an announcement to make. One that defines his life's work. Ah, it seems he's made himself presentable for the occasion.
Greetings, dear brethren. We gather here today to celebrate a momentous discovery. One that belongs to arcanists alone. A breakthrough that lies far beyond the reach of human comprehension.
Enough with the self-aggrandizing. Get to the point. I didn't come all this way to watch you pump yourself full of hot air.
There's no need to rush, is there, Animus? We have all the time we need. Since the year 1999, our search for the Promised Land has never ceased. Following the will of the Guiding One, we have unraveled countless mysteries of this storm. For this great cause, many of our noble comrades paid the greatest sacrifice, their souls sowing the seeds of our coming harvest. Our endeavor was never expected to be easy. But tell me, has it ever crossed your minds whether this storm is the sole path to the Promised Land we have collectively sought to bring about? Further still, do all of us here, myself included, share in the same vision of that world? We are nothing like the Foundation's numb, obedient lapdogs, incapable of independent thought. Wouldn't you agree? This storm promises only a change to our imperfect, superficial world. Yet I believe a transcendent world may be drawn up from the depths of myth. A world where each and every dream becomes reality. Tell me, which would you prefer?
Same old song and dance. Perhaps you care to show something new and actually feasible for once. Otherwise, you'll get naught from me.
My dear Animus, worry not, for I have come well prepared to open your eyes. I have discovered a means to access the depths of myth, and through it, achieved a miracle. The miracle of resurrection. Allow me to demonstrate. When one's flesh and spirit are fully immersed in the depths of myth, their body frays and sinks until, eventually, it disintegrates. Yet the spirit remains intact. For in that realm, the spirit is itself the most authentic and pristine substance. Reality as we know it is nothing more than a crude layer of degraded substance laid over the depths of myth. And so long as one's consciousness remains within its maelstrom, that person may be raised from it again. Our Feline here is the very proof that the mind alone may be brought back to physical reality. Though she perished, she now sits before us once more. So, one and all, let us raise a toast to her revival.
Roseau, what in heaven's name are you trying to say?
Ah, Felicien, you've fully rejoined us now, haven't you? Won't you please introduce yourself?
Okay, where do we begin dissecting this? We've got several Manas Vindicte members sitting there at the table. The fact that Miss Berlin here is just sitting there, I'm curious. Is she part of, no, she's not part of the Mana. We can pull her. She's literally on the banner right now. But still, what is her connection to the Manas? I'm curious, because we have Animus back there who's just giving us a side glance. We have two other characters, Ian Man and Scarf, that I'm not familiar with. What looks to be a stuffed elephant, a guy with a crab mask. We actually had a little bit of hint of him, if you recall one of the investigation reports. Mr. Hummingbird's there on the other side. I think he's, based on the way it's set, I think he's holding up a painting of a woman with a very interesting Picasso, if I had to describe it any other way. We have the professor who has his eyes covered. Interesting enough, if you notice, the mask in this version covers less of his actual face than what was in his sprite earlier. But all in all, it's a very interesting scene just here to describe.
What do you expect me to say? You know very well who I am.
How are you feeling?
I would feel a great deal better without your patronizing tone, madame. I have neither need nor want of your sympathy. Ahem.
Voici là. Before you now is Felicienne, Priestess of Lightning, Advisor to the Sun King, Vassal of the Guiding One. Attend to my words. I have conquered fate and overcome death itself to stand here. I arose from the depths of myth by my own power, unlike the poor, unworthy fools Roseau sent in. Yet he dares to claim this miraculous deed for his own. Quelle honte, monsieur! Have you no shame? But of course you don't. All of you non-entities lack in both gratitude and shame, basking in the grace of the Guiding One and myself without even realizing it. Did you think you had even scratched the surface of the power that dwells here? Roseau, you utter fool! This affront of yours ought to cost you your life. Yet, I am not so base as to destroy what may still have use. So, just this once, I will forgive you. As for the rest of you, my forgiveness likewise extends to the rudeness you all showed in stuffing your faces before toasting to my health. Et maintenant, à ma santé!
This is a miracle. Bringing the dead back to life. It isn't really possible, is it?
He came back to life? So we can't die anymore like what the Guardian once said?
What a farce. All you've done is manipulated some girl into believing she's Felicienne, and yet you dare to call it a miraculous resurrection. What utter blasphemy. An offense to the word miracle and to the Guiding One herself.
I heard another voice in Felicienne. One that belongs to someone else. Could that mean...
Why do we speak as if she is not present? Let us bring our concerns to her. There are things only the true Felicienne would know.
Mind alone, returning to reality? But has Felicien lost her arcane skills in the process? If so, then this revival is meaningless.
Whatever the case may be, if this is a true venue of life eternal, should we not seize it? At least until we find an alchemist capable of concocting the Fountain of Youth. I believe I see one drawback already. Only one who dies in the depths of myth may be returned from it. To die elsewhere would be to lose the original image of one's being. I imagine this is our shared goal then, to unleash the depths of myth upon the material world, so that we might render a collective image of all who dwell in this era to be raised anew.
But ought we not to first celebrate Felicien's return? Though I must say, it is a strange sort of return. How different she looks, n'est-ce pas?
True. This dowdy girl is a poor vessel for one so noble.
I didn't think the painting was an actual person. I genuinely did not expect that. I thought it was just a painting being held up by Hummingbird. Still, let me just continue on. I just wanted to throw in that little comment there.
Mind your tongues. You're speaking of my new body here. For all her faults, I would not call the girl dowdy. She simply chose to turn a blind eye to beauty. I've always felt she picked the wrong career. I admit, it did her some good. She learned to read people and how to put them at ease. But it pulled her further from her true heritage and from the refined taste expected of a jewel hunter.
Alors, Felicienne, your right hand, is it all right?
What do you mean?
Do you not feel it trembling? Oh, shoot. Is something wrong?
Oh, Adele, you insolent!
Oh, so Dale's not completely gone. That's good to know.
There is time still to avoid this fate.
Must you crash the party in such a barbaric fashion, Adele? What happened to my body? What did you do to me? Enough questions. This body is mine now. It comes with it I'm using the use of arcane skill, but I suppose it could be worse. One second. From this day forward, this body will serve only my noble soul. You ought to feel honored. Get out of my body.
Doom forbid embrace you.
Wear gloves.
On. No, not that one. Target you.
Doom forbid embrace.
Sterilize. Charging.
Do not let
This way we can just wheel down the bigger threats.
Get out of here.
And if we are lucky, we'll be able to at least... Yep. There you go. Perfect.
Please, go ahead. There.
You! You're Manus Vindicte! Why did you bring me here? What are you doing to me? I will not accept any damage to my body, Ustrina. Nor from you, Lyra. One move, and I'll burn you to a crisp, inside and out.
What's happened, Felicienne? It is only us. We're still here at the banquet thrown in your honor.
Stop your prattling, you rubbish dump. Another word and I'll rip that canvas to shreds.
She's so angry. That means she has to really be Felicien.
Words of wisdom from a puppet of all things. Need I point out who pulls your strings, hypothetic? You cowards! Ganging up on a poor, innocent woman! Each and every one of you is a monster! I won't play whatever game you have in store for me. Get out of my way!
Fascinating. Though Felicien's spirit has seized control of her body, the former spirit seems able to resist. If I am indeed correct, what we are seeing is their thoughts and memories beginning to blend, causing this confusion.
Laurent Rousseau, you've been in league with Manus Vindicte all along. You were lying to me. Everything Celia said was true.
My dear, no one here has mentioned Manus Vindicte but you. Yet you seem to know a great deal about those present already. Far too much to be a mere guess. You have met these people before.
I won't let you play with my mind again, Beryl. Celia told me all about these thugs. She told me everything. Maybe not exactly everything, but she did tell me that it was Manus Vindicte that killed her. Rousseau! Felicienne! You killed her! You murderous Manus scum!
I believe it is time you faced the truth.
The truth? What is it this time? You think I don't see through you?
You killed Celia. In that place where the archive of imagery overlapped with reality. You killed her by your own hand.
What?
You remember it, do you not? You allowed it to happen.
This is... no.
Felicienne has quite the flair for the dramatics, doesn't she? And as always, our audience simply sat back, their eyes glued and mouths agape. We are indeed fortunate for your skill in divination. We will have to wait for Felicienne to return to her senses, but thereafter we follow the plan as discussed. using the French blue as our focal point, we will draw up the true, perfect Paris from the depths of myth. Democratic, independent, chosen by her people and shaped by the dreams of every one of her citizens.
I have seen many versions of Paris, from flames to paradise. Nothing is beyond possibility.
Alors, tomorrow at dawn, we will perform the final ritual atop the Eiffel Tower.
Okay, so now we see what's going on. So, basically Felicien and Adele have been mixed together. Though it doesn't seem the perfect blend, makes sense given the issue between the two. Man is right now, they want to use this to kind of create a pseudo-immortality for anybody who benefits them, basically. The path of fate seems like nothing more than fiction to those who cannot stand upon it.
Liberté! Égalité! Fraternité! Deliver what was promised!
Hear our voice! Respect our demands!
Eat our work days! Better wages! Paid vacations!
No more hunger! We will not let the Bastille frighten us! Let the king and queen answer! Give power to the people!
Drive them out of Versailles! Bring them here to Paris!
Liberty or death!
Liberty or death!
Le diamant tout court, tu m'as noué.
Okay, so I imagine this is our little amalgamation of two girls right here. Let's see. Oh, you know, something just clicks in mind. Going back to that first episode, when the two girls first appeared, you had the ribbon and her hand kind of seesawing back and forth in the image. I don't know if it was intentional or not. It was hinting at this, where they would both kind of be merged at some point. But anyway.
Quelle surprise! The great Felicien seems in better spirits now.
Et tout ce qu'on ne clôt dans le silence, dans un coffret noir, loin sous la terre.
Though I feel this isn't the time or place for such a song, mademoiselle.
Adele would never interrupt me the way you did. What a shame she never heard this song. But you wish to speak business, yes? Then let us talk. First, Answer me this. Why has there been near or no progress in passing on the Guiding One's teachings, despite the many changes in Era? You've elected to ignore your most sacred duty, throwing aside her benevolent instructions in favor of your pursuit of knowledge. Without my leadership to inspire you, this organization is about as useful as a chocolate teapot, it seems.
Please, mademoiselle. All these problems will be solved once I unravel the deepest secrets of the depths of myth.
Look at you, still clinging to that old drivel. Did I not already expose your worthlessness? I'd have had you swept out by the servants in my day.
But you're living proof of my thesis. You came back from the depths of myth. How can you not believe?
What I believe in is my ability to conquer death. I have no particular interest in your imaginary Paris. Nor your babbling nonsense about ideals.
It is our shared goal to return the world to its most glorious era, n'est-ce pas? We've found the means. I only ask that you trust me.
Trust? You'd have me scale the Eiffel Tower of all things to use my diamond to unleash the depths of myth. While you stand at a safe distance and watch? That's your brilliant plan?
I admit we made a mistake, mademoiselle. But I've discovered the truth. The depths of myth don't lie below, but above. Altitude represents ascension, a primordial image as old as civilization itself. That is why you must reach the peak of the city's tallest structure. There, all of Paris, perhaps even the entire world, will transcend, if my theory proves correct.
Theories, theories, theories. Ugh, what torture it is to listen to you. And what of you, madame? Why are you staring at me like that? Your gaze is nauseating. Stop it. Are you even listening to me?
I am.
I never really understood any of the songs she sang. That's why I didn't bother to say anything. But I could tell she had a beautiful voice, the kind any singer would envy. She has a real sweet tooth, particularly for macaron. I've seen her eat a whole box in one go. But not just any old macaron. Only La Dure's will do. I often had to plan our trips around the store on the Champs-Élysées. Lucky for me, Felicien was a late riser, or else I'd have had to race all the way from the bakery to her place every morning. But what she was eating, they weren't macaron, were they? Madame Boaniche, please tell me, what did she do to me?
She stole your fate.
Her original self perished long ago within the depths of myth. The spirit that found you was only a remnant, a mere shadow clinging to a world in which she no longer belonged. She longs to live again, even if it is only as a parasite.
What about those memories we shared? Were they all just illusions?
Some were true experiences you shared as your streams of fate merged. Others were but fabrications. The nuance can be difficult to discern without careful observation.
You've really confused me, Madame. What side are you on?
I am a watcher of the streams of fate, not a participator in them. I take no sides.
But you can do more than watch. You already have. You are the one that told me about this inevitable death. And then, Cilia really did end up dead. You know exactly what's going to happen to me. You know everything. Don't you?
It is not nearly as simple as you might imagine, Adele. To observe a stream is to see only its curves and eddies, the ripples of importance. I see the path, but not every moment along it. That is itself sufficient for me to ascertain one's eventual fate. There are rarely any exceptions.
You said rarely. So, there are exceptions?
An exception, yes. I told you about her, did I not? I had been drifting along the streams of fate when I saw a girl who resembled me, who in some part came from me. It was quite a revelation. I saw where our streams merged long before she was born, and I knew I would name her Matilda. That she would grow up to be kind, brave, and truly gifted. I followed her through every turn and every ripple to the very end. Then I looked away. I stopped watching.
The way you describe it? It sounds strange, Madame. Almost cruel. As if you've ignored her in the present because you're afraid of her future.
I studied the entirety of her stream, every moment of her fate. It seemed enough. But then, something peculiar happened. In the final moments of this millennium, there was a certain kind of rain. Since that time, the streams of fate have lost their clarity. At times they are muddied, at others interrupted, twisted into vortexes. As they began to shift, so too did everything else. The fates I had seen had taken a new form. Nothing was the same. Soon, Felicien will complete Orzo's ritual. Once that happens, your spirit will rest forever here in this car, and a calamity would fall upon Paris. All the visions I saw end here.
You're implying something, aren't you? Are you saying that my fate isn't set in stone?
I am simply stating what I saw. Many who learn of their fates become passive to them, hoping that by inaction they might avoid their consequences.
Others are driven to attempt, however vainly, to change it. How you interpret this prophecy is entirely up to you.
Then there's still a chance for me to leave this car, n'est-ce pas?
This is a spiritual haven, a place which belongs to you alone. Once you leave, you may find salvation hidden within the currents, or a fate far worse than death.
I don't want to know what lies in wait for me. What I want is to get out of here and destroy the diamond, just as I promised. I won't fail again. You know a way to let me out, no? You wouldn't be here otherwise. Please, madame, tell me. Whatever future you're hoping to see, it will never happen if I give up now.
Even in the face of oblivion, you would try to change your fate. Go, then.
Merci. I'll see you around, Madame Boiniche.
So, where is this so-called fate you've been waiting for? You've seen the end already, n'est-ce pas? The only one possible, anyway. My triumph. You prophets are all the same. My family bankrolled a dozen frauds like you, yet not one ever foresaw the revolution. You ought to have dedicated yourself to the guiding one instead.
You speak because you seek my direction. You wish to unravel the secrets of resurrection.
You're clever for a prophet. Of course, that's my goal. I wouldn't allow those bungling followers to take credit for such a discovery. I must determine the truth before anyone else.
North, that is where your path leads. But know that there are consequences to what you seek. You will not emerge from it the same.
Spare me the theatrics. I shan't be intimidated. You've pointed the way. I have no more need of you. Whatever consequences lie ahead depend on me, on my actions, not some puddle of fate. Au revoir, madame. Let us see what the all-seeing lady has seen for us.
Goodbye, Adele. I look forward to seeing what comes of your actions. To seeing another prove me wrong.
It is true.
I have held back many important details concerning matters like the nature of Felicien and Broom's relationship, and Professor Roseau's true intentions, but I believe it is not my place to disclose such things. People deserve to discover these things on their own.
I think we need a bit of an explanation here.
The storm has affected many things, including the depths of myth. One day, Laurent Roseau stumbled upon a rift that caused it to spill over, and his mind has been captured in its maelstrom ever since. As for Felicien, she was a soul lost within the depths of myth. Thus, their streams of fate inevitably crossed. With the villains in their proper places, Broom's story had truly begun.
Okay, not much of an explanation, but let's see here. I guess just to recap, Adele now needs to make a choice based on how she wants to proceed. It could end up being what undoes everything here from Manus, or it could be end up with her disappearing along with the Manus, honestly. Who knows? But for now, we have a moment of revelation. Paris is a dream unto itself, and that dream is ending.
Streams of fate. But how can I find them? Dowsing might be a little on the nose. Zoot! She was just steps away from me when I was in the car. What's that?
How spectacular. If this isn't a miracle, then I must ask, what else could possibly qualify as one? Let dusty historians scoff and rivals sneer, but there are none who would dare scorn this timeless, flawless vision of Parisian beauty across the ages. Who from this lofty perch would deny this is the truest form of Paris? The Palace of Optics, the Eiffel Tower, the Arc de Triomphe, Notre Dame, the Luxor Obelisk, the Lutetia Arena, the medieval quarters, each piece woven together in perfect harmony. As I've said, thought shapes reality. This Paris, born from collective imagination, is Paris at its most true and most real.
I will say, we're getting a little bit of an Inception moment here. Look at the way the city's reflected above us, and the fact that the birds are flying all the way down to what I'm assuming is the Arc de Triomphe. I've never been to France, and I don't study that architecture very much, so... But yeah, no. This looks daunting.
Only when it fully descends shall we finally possess a real world. A life worth living.
Must you anger over me like this, Roseau? And you, madame? Did you foresee this? The fate of Paris now rests in my hands, and yet I remain myself. What a pity it must be for you. No more tricks?
What lies below shall reflect what lies above. So, This is what will befall Paris? I can't touch her.
You have returned.
What? How am I back in here?
You failed to take back your body. So long as you return here, though, there is still a chance.
I found Felicien. I was right next to her. But I couldn't reach her no matter how I tried.
Then give up. And accept this as your final resting place.
No, I won't sit here and do nothing. I will destroy that diamond. I must. For Celia. But how am I supposed to reach Felicien? Wait. I don't really need to reach her, do I? Madame Boiniche, you said before that the stream of my fate merged with Felicien's. So, in a sense, she and I are always together, n'est-ce pas? Then, I don't need to find her, nor even find myself. Because she is me, and I am her.
You have begun to understand. She only had the means to claim your body because your spirits are closely intertwined. Any impact to your body affects both souls, though the weaker of the two spirits often cannot endure the strain.
Often, but not never, no? So even you can't see what comes next. You don't know whether Felicien or I will win this fight.
The currents of fate will bend to your actions. You will steer its course rather than be swept away. You have never once yielded before destiny, and that is precisely why I have followed you from the beginning. It is as you say. I do not know if you will emerge victorious in this final trial. Will you carry this through for me?
Do you even need to ask? Alors, Felicien, time for you to experience the Tavernier family curse. If our fates are truly intertwined, then this curse must bind your soul as well as mine. And in true Tavernier fashion, your end will come, just as you lay hands on the treasure you desire most.
Incroyable, Felicien. Just a little longer and Paris as it should be, born from the collective unconscious, will descend into reality. The true Paris, not like the garbage heap below us. Celia? How did you get here? How are you still alive?
Adele called out to me.
Fascinating. Truly fascinating. Your soul should have been erased by Felicien. I must thank you once again, my most brilliant student. Your existence confirms another of my theories. The depths of myth promises more than just resurrection, but an end to death itself.
A friend of Adele's? No doubt you're as tactless as she was. You intend to stop me? Be my guest. Go on. You should be grateful I've given you the opportunity. Whether you hit me or the diamond, you'll stop the ritual. Go on.
You really think threatening Adele's body will intimidate me? It won't work.
Yet, is that hesitation I see? Think about what our chère Adele would say at a time like this. Pull the trigger. Sounds like her, n'est-ce pas?
Shut up! Shut up!
My, have I said something wrong? Or perhaps you don't know Adele as well as you thought. Here, let me show you in a more vivid manner. Don't worry about me. Just shoot. Take us both out. It's what you have to do. It's the only way to break my family curse. You have to end the adventure with my death. To fall at the height of a brilliant journey. That's better than fading into some bleak, ordinary end, no?
No, Celia. You don't need to do this. I'll end this myself.
Huh?
Little lizard! How dare you harm your own master! Damn you, Adele! You and your wretched pet! So this is what it feels like for a soul to be scorched. I finally understand why so many fear hell. Adele, you fool! Tell your pet to stop at once! Do you wish to die with me? No, I don't. Not right now, Felicien. So why don't you drop the diamond? I can already guess your response. You keep dreaming! This diamond belongs to me! Not even death can steal it from me! Listen to you. You'd make an excellent tavernier. Now let's see if fire can separate true from false, Felicien.
Okay. Well, that's one way to do it. Let's see here.
We will experience all of this over and over again.
I've got your back. Don't take it downstairs.
So before we end the chapter, one last fight against Felicien. Appropriate. How utterly stubborn can you be? The false era is ending. If you intend to continue to exist, the one to come, you must surrender your body to me. I'm done listening to your orders, to you ordering me around. You may think it's amusing to use, but let's see you handle my fire. Ugh, you barbarian!
Give it a little butter. It is heat treated, no? Give it a little butter.
That's about end.
No.
Or maybe take a deep breath.
My next performance, bubble bursting.
We need simply relax.
She is real as all get out.
Let me help.
Yeah, I almost ended her just right there. I'm assuming Adele's skills aren't that up to par. If it were, she would have been ended before we got to impromptu. Enough! Enough! You're fired, Adele. Took you long enough. Alright, so Adele played a risky game there. All too easily would have been for her to get basically roasted like a chestnut if, assuming Little Miss Francois wasn't willing to let go of that diamond, but hey, we might have to force it out regardless. So in the next episode, we will probably wrapping things up. So until then, everybody, thanks so much for watching. Please remember to leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified new videos when they come out, share the content if people enjoy it, or just need a bit of background noise in their life. Until then, this has been Starborn Feline, signing off for now, saying, be kind. Try Christian tomorrow, and I hope you have a great day, evening, or time for watching this. And goodbye!